has one game with 50 yards, so target him because he's a hard guy to get on the ground. And he's fast.
So they got to hunt for him.
Yeah.
Hunt for hunt. That's a pretty cool little play on words, baby doll.
I know. I just made that up, too.
Oh, my God. And you did it in bikini clad.
But as far as the Chiefs defense, use DJ. He's an ILB, but plays like a major leaguer when he runs.
Yeah, you're right. So the Chiefs got some playmakers, too. And he's not a J.J. Watt.
No.
Well, baby doll, what you think about this game? I got Kansas City winning on the road to Houston.
That's a good question.
It is. I mean, Kansas City beat him 27-20 in game one, but this is a different
if Jeremy Maclin is out, I'm not
saying he's out. I'm just saying he's banged up. He's not 100%.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to go with the Texans.
Oh, really? Because they're playing at home, because they got J.J. Watt, you think the defense might outdo Kansas City's defense?
Right.
Well, there you go. Kansas City's got victory from the Guru, and Baby Dolls, Crystal Ball, takes the Texans. Big game, Baby Dolls. Two teams. This is two of your teams, Baby Doll. You was a Steelers fan when the Saints went to the Super Bowl. You've been a Cincinnati fan since then. The Steelers, we talked about earlier, snuck in the playoffs with the Jets loss last week. They finished 10-6 in second place. First place in that division was Cincinnati. They played twice this year. They split games. Both teams lost the wild card round last year. This is the third meeting this season of the teams in which last game they played netted $140,000 in fines for pregame scuffles, personal fouls, illegal hits, and a bunch of other stuff, prompting a warning from the NFL to both teams for this game to calm it down with the penalty.
Because of the whole
fight.
Giants?
No. This is just these two teams. Last time they played, had $140,000 worth of fines just in the game alone. So the NFL warned them today that they're on a big stage and to calm it down a little bit. I mean, I say let them play. These two teams don't like each other, bro. It looks like A.J. McCarron from Alabama will start in place of Andy Dalton. I'm pretty sure he's not going to play a quarterback for the Bengals. Pittsburgh running back D'Angelo Williams is nursing an injury and may not play. And if he does, he may not be effective. The Steelers' second running back, Lindsey Jones, is also banged up. Pittsburgh quarterback Ben Roethlisberger will have to pass to win this game. He has thrown 2 picks, though, in the last 3 games each. Cincinnati ranks third in interceptions. So there you go. You got Ben Roethlisberger throwing a bunch of interceptions lately, and Cincinnati getting a bunch of interceptions lately. Pittsburgh wide receiver Antonio Brown led the league with 136 receptions for over 100 yards in 8 games this year, and 2 of those games was against the Bengals. The Steelers have the 5th best rushing defense, giving up only 3.8 yards a carry, and the Bengals running game hasn't done well versus the Steelers this year. Jeremy Hill, LSU's own, only had 16 yards the last time they played, and he's only averaging 3.6 yards a game. So, but your boy Cincinnati, your boy Giovanni Bernard for Cincinnati is averaging 4.7 yards per carry this season, and he can block, he can pass protect, and he's dangerous out of the backfield. Baby doll, Pittsburgh's defense is horribly ranked down in the late 20s, and A.J. McCarron is acceptable to some pressure, though. So I'm thinking that Pittsburgh's defense, notwithstanding being said, are going to have enough firepower to beat the Bengals at home 28-20. How you looking at it?
The Bengals, that's that quarterback with the smushed face, huh?
No, man, that's the redheaded guy.
No, Andy Dalton's out.
I'm talking about you're talking about McCarron? Yeah, he's got a smushed face. Yeah, looks like a pug, yeah.
But anyway.
Who notices that? God, girls are so weird. It's football, man.
I think the Steelers got serious.
He's not as bad off as Peyton, though. Shovel to the face.
All right. So, anyways, I think the Steelers got a really bad secondary. They need to get it together.
Yeah, I mean, they ranked 21st in defense altogether.
And I think D'Angelo Williams is out.
He's banged up. Like I said, he may play, and if he does play, he probably won't be effective.
Last time I heard he was out.
Yeah, but just the playoffs, bro. These dudes wrap up and play. You never know. I mean, I think he's probably not going to play, but I'd play him. If I was him, I'd get out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Not everybody's like Julio Jones, though.
Oh, my God. They're not in the playoffs, though. Anyway, talk to me about the Bengals at home against the Steelers.
I think the Bengals need to target Jeremy Hill, get him hot early in the game.
Yep.
He's playing lights out right now with 11 touchdowns this season. And
not good against the Steelers, though.
And he has 15 carries or more. The Bengals are 8-0 so far this season, so give Jeremy Hill at least 15 carries or more.
I got you. When he gets the ball, he
hasn't scored a touchdown against the Steelers yet, but I think today's the day.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know who else?
You saying even though he hasn't done well against the Steelers, that's a good reason to play him against the Steelers and target him.
Yeah, and you know who else hasn't had a touchdown against the Bengals? Is Marcus Wheaton. So
okay.
I know
and I think Martavius Bryant as well. So, yeah, that's 2 people that could possibly be.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be tough.
Well, what do you think is going to happen?
I think the Bengals are going to come through. 24-14.
You think they're going to win their first playoff game since like the 90s? Like 1992 is the last time they had a playoff game.
I see a lot of problems with the Steelers today because of the injuries. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing.
As explosive as that Steelers offense is, man, I don't know. And A.J. McCarron ain't no Andy Dalton. But you know what? Bengals playing at home, and Baby Doll says Bengals win. What you think the score might be?
24-14.
I got 28-20 Steelers. Baby Doll's got 28-14 Bengals. Well, tomorrow they got the NFC wild cards. We talked a little bit about the third coldest game in NFL history. Seattle traveling to an open stadium in Minnesota. Seattle, hot team right now, second in the West, 10-6. Minnesota won the NFC North. Seattle, like I mentioned before, beat Minnesota 38-7 in Week 13. Seattle is a two-time defending NFC champion and is trying to get to the Super Bowl for the third time, and that's never happened before. No team has ever went to the Super Bowl 3 times. And Marshawn Lynch will play. What do you think about Beast Mode showing up today? He hadn't been there in a while.
I know. I'm happy about that.
So you got Marshawn Lynch going against AP. Who you think is going to come out on top as far as just the running backs, not the game?
Ooh, AP.
Yeah, AP led the league in rushing this year in the NFL.
Marshawn Lynch he hasn't had like the warm, Marshawn Lynch been hurt, so he hasn't been playing all the games like AP has. AP only got banged up for 2 or 3.
Right.
And he's been, so I think he's a little bit more hot. He's more into the groove.
True that.
So I think when it comes to that,
well, Seattle quarterback Russell Wilson threw for over 4,000 yards this year, 34 touchdowns, only 8 picks. Russell Wilson did good on your fantasy team. No, we don't need to hear it again. But how you think he's going to do in the cold?
Russell Wilson? They're
yeah.
Oh, well, I mean these two teams are both good in the cold weather. Right, they start showing up, especially the Seahawks.
Yeah, they play in the cold and the rain. Yeah,
exactly. How many times do we see it every year after year? Seattle Seahawks start showing up towards the end of the game, and we're all surprised that they actually made it because they're a cold weather team, just like the Vikings.
Right, December,
so
January.
It's evenly matched up when it comes to that.
Well, the Seahawks have won 5 in a row to end the season, and 6 of the last 7, like I mentioned earlier. Minnesota started out 7-2 surprisingly this year and have won 3 straight to finish the season. This could be one of the coldest games in NFL history, -2 degrees. Russell Wilson, though, has 68.1% completion this year. That's really efficient. And he lost Jimmy Graham earlier. He didn't have Marshawn Lynch, so he's been carrying these Seahawks on his own along with that defense. Minnesota is 17 versus the run. Baby doll, you think Russell Wilson's going to have a chance to run, or is it just going to be a Marshawn Lynch show?
I think everybody's going to show up today. I think they're going to play both sides of the ball offensively and defensively, and I think they're going to pass it to everyone. I think everybody's going to have a shot today, and Russell Wilson's very good at game management.
He really is.
So
he is having an MVP season.
And you're going to have to do that with the Vikings because you got to be 3-dimensional once you get into the playoffs.
Good call, because especially with that Vikings defense, well, Minnesota will rely on Adrian Peterson, like I said, who led the league with 1,485 yards and 11 touchdowns. I think Minnesota goes how Adrian Peterson goes, baby. If he does well,
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got. The Vikings need to keep running the ball with Adrian Peterson, and Peterson has to have 120 rush yards or more
for them to win. Yeah, because that's going to be clock management. It's going to be keeping the ball out of Teddy Bridgewater's intercepting, throwing.
Yeah, it means they're resting their defense and keeping that ball away from that offense. So.
Well, the Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater will also try to target rookie receiver Stephon Diggs. And that's going to spell some of the time that Adrian Peterson can take a little break in there because they're going to rely on him. The Vikings are 5th best in scoring defense, baby doll, meaning that when they pick off a pass, they take it to the house. When they pick up a sack fumble, they take it to the house and get 6 points. So you got a defense that can score. But I think Russell Wilson will try to run, and I think Marshawn Lynch is going to be the key in this game coming back from his time away, and they're going to have to pound the ball with the bad weather. I got Seattle winning on the road 30-21. Baby doll, tell me some more about the details of this game and who you think is going to win.
Another, of course, that Seattle has is Christian Michael. He's going to give you that 1-2 punch that you need, too.
Right.
So, I definitely got Seattle to win
This
one.
is probably the two hottest little teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, I
right
can't
now.
wait to watch this game because I love AP. Even though I like him on the field, I don't like him off the field.
You got Pittsburgh sneaking in. You got Cincinnati limping in, even though they're 12-4. You got what's the other teams we mentioned earlier in the AFC? You got Kansas City, who's so efficient, so good, but they really don't have like the explosiveness or the spark. And then you got Houston, with all they do have is JJ Watt. They snuck in, barely made the playoffs. But these two teams look hot coming into the wild cards.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a great game.
So it's a shame that game's not till tomorrow because, the two games today, I don't know. I think Pittsburgh Cincinnati is going to be fun to watch. But I think that KC Houston game is going to probably put us to sleep. But there is another game tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, actually, to end the wild card week. And we got about 5 or 6 minutes left on the Sports Guru Show, baby deal. You having fun back there?
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Is it like super duper fun back there running the ball? Or is it like kind of complicated?
It's more of if it was a better board.
Yeah, well, if you stop posing for the cameras and stuff, maybe you can get something done back there. You ain't gotta be voguing all the time and all that. But anyway, thank you for playing the music. I love my heavy metal and my techno music.
No, we gotta work on that.
That's okay. As long as you don't play any that Pokemon music I gave last time. It was horrible. Anyway, we got one game left here at the Sports Guru Show to cover, and that is Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers led the team to 10-6 record. They finished second place in the NFC North against these Washington. You like that Redskins, who won the NFC East at first place at 9-7. I mean, did you expect the Redskins to be in the playoffs, baby doll?
Yeah, I kind of saw it coming.
I mean, Philadelphia, Dallas, and the Giants in that division. You thought the
dude out of
Redskins?
Nowhere they picked up Pierre Thomas. And I'm not saying that he's the factor that's going to
we talked about his locker room presence and all that.
Yeah, I know, but they were making changes too towards the end of their
Yeah, the season. Yeah.
So they were making some moves.
They just picked up a bunch of two cornerbacks actually because their secondary's banged up.
So you got to look at that.
The Packers have lost 2 in a row. Washington, on the other hand, has won 4 and on a 4-game winning streak. The last time these teams met in the playoffs was 1972 when the Redskins won with Billy Kilmer, former Saint, 16-3. Shot goes out to Colonel Vic over there, because I know he's a Redskins fan from way back in the 70s. Washington quarterback, baby doll, talk to me about Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's throwing for more than 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And he's only thrown 2 interceptions at home, and I think that's the key today.
This is what you got to do. You got to make Kirk Cousins throw in tight windows.
Right. Okay.
Because the Packers need to make Kirk Cousins throw in tight windows because he's not that great.
Well, his numbers tell me different, baby doll. But I think I knew what you're saying. He's not that great in the passing into windows. Yeah, I got you.
If you stop in the pass, they didn't do well during the Vikings game, the Packers D. So once the Packers D stop the pass better and use their front 7, you'll
put pressure on Kirk Cousins.
Put pressure on Kirk Cousins, and you'll throw into those tight windows.
Right, I see what you're saying. So that's the weakness that Kirk Cousins has got, as opposed to all these numbers I'm telling you about. I got you. Well, Green Bay cornerback Sam Shields, who's their main guy on defense, has been banged up all year, and that's probably a lot of the reasons that they wound up losing some of the close games they lost. He's still banged up, so Kirk Cousins is probably going to try to target him. And,
he's going to target Jordan Reed, too.
Oh, it's the youngster over there at Green Bay defense.
Because he's a Gronkowski-type size.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. He's going to try to throw to him. The tight end for the Skins, yeah. He's been on fire lately.
He creates mismatches because of that size.
Yeah.
And he's averaging more than 7 receiving, 94 yards, a touchdown in Redskins' 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, he scored against your fantasy team last couple of weeks, too. Remember that?
Yep.
Anyway, we appreciate Baby Doll checking in.
You know what? You know what's awesome about Jordan Reed, too, is that he has the most receiving yards by a tight end in Redskins history.
Whoa, and he's out of nowhere. Nobody even knew Jordan Reed before this year. That's a stat in itself. The Redskins been in the league since 1932. Well, both teams struggle to run the ball. I know Big Head mentioned about how Washington uses the 8 people up front. It's like a big front to run behind, but they haven't had success running the ball. They've been able to protect Kirk Cousins, but Alfred Morris getting 100 yards last week was almost a fluke compared to the whole season. And with Eddie Lacy and James Starks, I mean, the Packers running game hasn't gotten up. Eddie Lacy hasn't lived up to what he was supposed to be this year. Like I mentioned earlier, he's only got 124 yards in 3 games, so these two teams having trouble running the ball. It might be bad weather. They might have to rely on Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, but the Packers are 4-1 when Lacy has at least 90 rush yards.
Well, there you go. So the key to them is the key to the game. Even though they haven't run the ball, they got to get.
They need to give it to Eddie Lacy.
Well, to say the least, I would love to see Redskins win. I just don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to let that happen today. I think even though it's saying it's the Green Bay's been, I think they're going to win on the road today in Washington tomorrow night, 17-14. What you got?